I've mentioned in previous videos about how windy it gets when the Chinook winds blow through this community. So today I went outside to get a better video of the winds while challenging the elements as I cowardly hid behind a few trees so that I wouldn't be blown off to Puerto Rico. Granted, it wasn't as fun as it looks standing outside in the strong cold winds. But what often happens when I do something silly like this is I just start laughing at how strong and cold and wet the winds are, because it's that ridiculous. I have to laugh because otherwise I would be crying. I'll be honest though, I actually enjoy the crazy weather we have here. Every morning when I wake up, it's like anything can happen. And it makes the days less repetitive than anywhere else I've ever lived. When the weather is like this one day, and the next day you can sit on the lake and have a winter lunch under the warm sun, Alaska is definitely not a place where you should plan things much before doing them. And I just find that more interesting, as uncomfortable and miserable as it may appear in videos. I took this video 5 days before I was heading to bring my truck to the service center. I've actually been without the truck for the past 18 days, which has made it a little boring being stuck for nearly 3 weeks at the lodge. But I kept myself busy preparing to start up the eBay shop, as well as making a few extra videos and enjoying a few movies every evening. The truck is currently nothing more than an ornament in the parking lot. It brings me back to some videos I made shortly before or after I bought the truck when I was speaking about, to me, the most important thing when I got to Alaska was to get a dependable and reliable vehicle. And after having no problems with the truck for 8 months except for the power steering fluid to freeze a bit, this hurdle that stands before me reminds me why it's so important to have a reliable vehicle when you live here. For now, I'm okay because I have the phone numbers of 2 people in town if I was really in any kind of emergency, as well as the receptionist or the maintenance guy at the lodge are happy to pick up some food for me when I ask them to. And even if I was still in my summer cabin 20 miles outside of the center of town, I would still be okay because those same people would bring me what I needed. But with this truck sitting there and not moving has also made me consider just how far outside of a small town I will feel comfortable living if I have car problems in the future. I was never planning on living 2 hours away from the center of any town because I always wanted a grocery store and a post office close by. These are the 2 things I will be using the most no matter where I live, because a human body needs food, and I have to send off packages from eBay. Other than that, I don't mind driving 2 hours or 3 hours to get to Fairbanks or another bigger city. So the truck issues I'm having today are just reminding me about certain things that are important in case I do have to move to another area in Alaska. And since we're on the topic of the possibility that I cannot remain in Healy, I promise that a video on that will be coming out sometime in April. The problem is, right now, I just don't know what I'm gonna do. There are several things that I still need to find out that will help me make that decision on where in Alaska I should live when my current contract ends here on May 1st. I do really enjoy living in Healy, much more than I thought I would. But I don't see living within 40 miles of this town being financially possible. I most likely will be renting a place this summer in an area of Alaska where I can actually afford buying something so that I don't have to drive 5 hours just to look at a property I'm interested in. Maybe that will be in Tok, maybe in Willow Creek, maybe in Delta or right outside of Fairbanks. The only thing I can guarantee today is that it will not be anywhere in the vicinity of Anchorage, it will not be in Valdez, and it most likely will not be north of Fairbanks, as I do want to stay in the interior of Alaska as close to Denali as I can be. What's great about the strong winds after it snows is, for some reason, the winds blow the snow off of the walkways or the sidewalks. So at least it's a sunny day today. It's only 1.3 miles away. My biggest concern is I haven't driven the truck in almost 3 weeks. And I'm a little concerned it's gonna break down on the way there. You know, it can shut off just because it thinks it's overheating. But I kind of feel like I'm walking in prison in the death row section where the executions are gonna take place today, except it's a truck prison. Because I don't like not knowing what's wrong with the truck, and your biggest fear is they say something like it is dead, or you know, it's going to cost more to fix it than what the truck's worth. Hopefully it's just the sensor. And what I'm going to do is, when I'm there, I'm not going to make any videos because I'm going to be too nervous waiting to hear the results of the checkup. And after the whole mess is done, I'm either going to be in my truck happy, or I'm going to be back in the room continuing this video, either saying they had to order parts and I have to go another 2 weeks without the truck, or worst case scenario, which I don't think it is, that the truck, you know, it's going to cost too much to repair it. The truck just looks sad. And I left the snow on the top of the roof because it kind of looks like the truck has a mohawk, but also I can't reach up there to get the snow off. Well, unfortunately, I'm back in my room and not in the truck. Woo! And now I'm in my truck. They changed the sensor, and he said, good luck. So I think problem solved. I actually had to wait 18 days and not 14 days. I didn't even realize how many days. I just lost track after like the 6th day. But I'm happy. Got my truck back. It means I can get the eBay shop put up soon, and all is good. That's a big truck.